The early 20th century was a time of immense industrial growth in America, fueled by the back-breaking labor of countless workers. Among the most exploited were coal miners, who toiled in dangerous conditions for meager wages. In Colorado's southern coalfields, the situation was particularly dire. Miners labored long hours in cramped, poorly ventilated tunnels, facing the constant threat of cave-ins, explosions, and lung disease. These harsh conditions often resulted in debilitating injuries and fatalities, leaving families devastated and destitute. Adding to their plight, many miners lived in company-owned towns where their lives were controlled by the coal companies. They were paid in company scrip, redeemable only at company stores that charged exorbitant prices. This created a system of economic dependency, trapping miners in a cycle of debt and poverty. With their lives and livelihoods controlled by powerful corporations, the miners of southern Colorado yearned for a better life, one where their labor was met with fair wages, safe working conditions, and basic human dignity. In 1913, fueled by years of exploitation and injustice, the miners of southern Colorado decided to take a stand. Under the banner of the United Mine Workers of America, they went on strike, demanding recognition of their union, fair wages, an 8-hour workday, and an end to the oppressive company town system. The strike was met with fierce resistance from the coal companies, who refused to negotiate with the union. Evicted from their company-owned homes, the striking miners and their families set up a tent colony near the town of Ludlow. This makeshift community, though lacking in basic amenities, became a symbol of the miners' resilience and determination. The Ludlow tent colony, a testament to the power of collective action, stood in stark contrast to the opulent mansions of the coal barons. Inside the tents, hope flickered amidst the hardship. Children played, families shared meals, and the spirit of solidarity strengthened their resolve. On April 20, 1914, tragedy struck the Ludlow tent colony. Tensions had been escalating between the strikers and the Colorado National Guard, which had been called in by the coal companies to break the strike. On that fateful day, a dispute erupted and the situation quickly spiraled out of control. The National Guard, armed with machine guns and incendiary devices, attacked the tent colony. The miners and their families, caught in a hail of bullets and fire, were forced to flee for their lives. When the smoke cleared, the true horror of the massacre was revealed. 11 children and 2 women were found dead, taking shelter in a pit beneath a burning tent. In total, at least 21 people, including strikers and their families, lost their lives in the massacre. The Ludlow Massacre sent shockwaves across the nation. Newspapers and magazines published graphic accounts and photographs of the carnage, sparking outrage and condemnation. Public sympathy swayed heavily in favor of the miners, and the massacre became a rallying cry for labor rights advocates. The massacre exposed the brutal reality of industrial conflict in early 20th century America, revealing the lengths to which powerful corporations would go to suppress workers' rights. The Ludlow Massacre, though a tragedy, marked a turning point in American labor history. It galvanized public opinion against the exploitative practices of the coal companies and fueled support for labor unions and worker protections. In the years that followed, significant strides were made in labor law reform, including the establishment of the 8-hour workday, the abolition of child labor, and the right to collective bargaining. The legacy of the Ludlow Massacre serves as a stark reminder of the importance of worker solidarity and the ongoing struggle for social and economic justice.